Hello everyone, here Leilani Torres, your artistic swimming mentor, and today we're gonna look at a figure that is a combination of skills that we have used in the past, except for one transition. So the first part, everybody should know from 12 and under, even from Ariana in 1315 from the last rule book. So the first, like the entrance, we already know it, right? This is the part that will be the main focus for today. And the hold, you can look at yesterday's or day before video, which has a good drill for vertical hold, okay? All of the tips that I will be giving today are just tips, are contribution to you for you whenever you need them to develop the skill. But in no way, this is still a draft. In no way I'm saying anything official, okay? I always need to say the warning. I'm sorry if you have watched all of the videos. Okay, so walkover, back, closing 360. From a back layout position to a surface, arch position is assumed, okay? Then, one leg is lifted, yeah, in an 180 arc over the surface of the water to a split position. And this is the one position that we need to show other than the back layout position. With continuous motion, a rotation of 360 is executed as the legs are symmetrically lifted and close to a vertical position. Show the vertical position because it's in black, bold. And then do a vertical descent, okay? In no place do they talk about speed. So we take into account that is all at the same tempo and is uniform. And this is the part that is gonna be the most difficult to achieve just because of it has to be symmetrical all the way through, right? It's not, and it's as you do the rotation, you have to lift the legs, right? So it's like from no weight again to full weight, right? And controlling those different pressures on your support skull is going to be a challenge. But I think the most challenge is that you need to develop the sensation of that uniform symmetrical move from the legs, because sometimes I do see a lot of one leg and then the other, you know, or just kind of like not doing much and then doing everything at the end. So you want to stay away from all of that, okay? So it's pretty similar, both transitions, the leg over and the close are pretty similar in the numerical value, right? Let's look at we will look at Carmina now. And there are parts of the figure that are not great because they don't show exactly what is supposed to be done. But we can take it as an example, okay? And these are the parts that I told you that we need to, as coaches, teach in the best way possible, okay? So from a layout position, you show the layout position, go through the arch, one leg goes over towards the split position that you have to show. And then from here, you need to begin closing. It's a full 360, close, close, close. And then she completed the rotation and then did the join. It has to be done at the same time. Hold and max height, and then come all the way down, right? I want to, before I keep going, I want to just talk a little bit about the entrance and how you can focus on it. It's the same as the Ariana, right? My focus here will be to have the support behind the head. As close to your body, the better, and the wider, like more support right behind where the weight is, right? And then just make company with your hands, search for the surface of the water so that your bump can be on the surface. No, you don't need to do that. Don't look into that. Don't look. Okay. And then, so the thing that I want to focus on the most is that close, right? You saw that with Carmina, she did better after we trained it, and but I wanted to show kind of what you will be encountering, right? So my suggestion is that you work with elastic bands on the legs, on the feet, because it does create some kind of awareness of the distance. If one leg goes before the other, at the end at the beginning you want to create a tension, and if one leg goes before, then you will feel like the one behind, for example, if it's the front one, the one behind is a bit loose, right? And it should be like in the beginning, it should be like the same type of tension. So I will definitely work with elastic bands, but I feel like the best way for the athlete to understand how symmetrical their legs need to be is with a partner. So a partner tapping the muscles that need to activate when they close, or just even exercises where they just focus on going down and going up and going down and going up, because then searching for that tightness between their thighs can really help them understand the distance from one leg to the other, and so it will be a bit more symmetrical. I will suggest also to train this without any turn. Do not do the rotation at first. Make sure that the legs are symmetrical first, and then add the spin. The rotation. Add the rotation. I'm doing it backwards, actually. Add the rotation until halfway through, and if you are at halfway through, if I visualize it, my legs will be like at 45. So they cannot be all the way down here, because then that wouldn't be symmetrical to the design of the figure. Again, wait until October 3rd for details, but really logically, it will be if it's a 360 and you are halfway through your split, your legs should be, both of them, at 45 degrees, right? And so you will have time to do the last quarter here, and then the join at the top, at the last part of the 360 rotation. So I hope that you like these little tips, not that much. If you need tips for the vertical press at the end, because we want to grab water and at our max height and hold it and show it with control, make sure that you check out the exercise that I have with jugs, with someone tapping at the top, or something, some reference, a noodle or something, and then just really try to let go of the jugs and scull as fast as possible. And that's really what you need to kind of train, the catch of the water, how much water you grab, where your hands can be, how can that be helpful for you? Okay, so I hope that you're well. I hope that all of these tips are helping you, and we will stay in touch. Take care. Bye.